Hey, welcome everybody. Quartercon back again. Gonna take a look at the classic Sentinel. You can see it's made by Marvel Universe. Nice outer box here. Great artwork. Got Wolverine up top, hacking and slashing. Sentinel in a pose, trying to take out the Nightcrawler. Down the bottom left, it's got a Try Me, robotic lights, and phrases. You can see in the very bottom panel there, it's got Sentinel popping out at you, and when you open it up, it's got a picture in the blister card. Wolverine's included, 3 3/4. This is the classic purple colors, not the SDCC, but it is exactly like the SDCC. I got this at a discount retailer, Marshalls. You can also find it at Ross, maybe TJ Maxx coming up soon, but you can see it was $29.99, and for the purple classic correct colors, in my opinion, you can't beat it. I mean, I would have paid $50 for this Sentinel. And you can also find the dark variant version of Galactus, if that's what you want. I prefer the standard traditional colors of Galactus, and you got Steve Rogers down there pointing out to you that you need to collect them all. And the X-Men wave that accompanied this Sentinel figure release, which was about last year. Now this is an older box. Don't think this is an olden action figure and we're behind the times here, because this is brand new, just released. Marvel Universe Series 002, made by Masterworks, or that Masterworks is the branding that it follows. It is made by Hasbro. We got Cyclops up there just beaming the crap out of a Sentinel. You see that silver Sentinel in the background? That was the original one that was released. It's a 16-inch Sentinel figure. Comes with Wolverine, robotic lights, mighty phrases. Storm's there, just seeing what's going on. Mutant detected, and you can pan on down. It says X-Men must be detained, with a poor picture of Colossus all pissed off because he lost the Juggernaut effect, falling over out the bottom of the blister. We're gonna pan over to the left where we get another shot of Nightcrawler and caption saying destroy, destroy. And these captions are basically right out of what this action figure can say. And if you stay tuned, we will be doing a brief demonstration of every phrase he says. And upon opening this awesome action figure card back, you see a great setup here of the Sentinel in a vanilla pose. Wolverine's up top, packed in there with his claws just headed right for the Sentinel. And we're just going to quickly pan on in and we'll see what this action figure looks like in his standard, traditional, retail release packaging. Pan into his abs for no other reason. Got Sentinel, classic colors, copper face, purple beanie. Pan on down, try me button, abs, ball joints, double knees, legs, G.I. Joe. I just brought that in to show a quick comparison of the size, the just mass of this. Amazing. You see my hand for demonstration, and one thing I love is the back here. It's got the paper twisty ties where you could easily reach on in there and just undo them like you would a shoelace or anything else. Or if you really want, you can grab an X-Acto knife and with the flick of a wrist have this guy open in no time flat. That I love. I would love to get away from the metal twisty ties that a lot of these action figures are accompanied by, because that's just not needed. And here we go. The Sentinel, classic Uncanny X-Men cartoon version with a classic Wolverine in hand, just ready to take him down. And I mean, this guy, to me, the Sentinel, he was a big hit in Days Futures Past. In the future, they basically try to tear down everybody. And Old Man Wolverine, you've got Cable, you've got a bunch of other people that are trying to stop the mutants, trying to figure out what's going on. And it's a big story in X-Men. If you don't know anything about it, I highly suggest at least reading or going to Netflix and seeing what you can find about the Uncanny X-Men. Great 90s cartoon. We're just going to pan up and down here and look at the Sentinel for a quick second. You can see from the back, he's got a nice rubber logo, a little place where the audio comes out of the back of the Sentinel. And he shares quite a large amount of similarities to the Galactus figure, but that's to, in this day and age, that's how they do things. And pan on down to the back of the legs, and there's not a lot of detail in this large figure, but that's exactly what they're trying to do here, is just make it the way that we remember it in the cartoon, and to me they portrayed it perfectly. You can kind of see a quick comparison here of a 3 3/4 figure in the hands of a Sentinel. It's a large figure, and you know, like we show, it's pretty tall. At one point, I will bring out a measuring tape, and you can see exactly how tall this guy is. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at the Wolverine that is accompanying, basically his accessory. This guy shares a body mold with a couple other Wolverines. He was a standard release at one time. He has the unique mold that I'm not too fond of, where it's the ball jointed legs, the hips, the wide joints. The head's it's all right. This was not Marvel Universe's finest work. It's just all right. The ball joint on the head has no hinge. Can't really look down or nothing. It's just basically a little wiggly wobbly, so not too much range there. The arm has a ball hinge shoulder and then just a ball hinge elbow, so you can get a pretty decent amount right there. Just a standard swivel hand, which I'm not too happy about. It's whatever. Wolverine needs hinges, and you can see that it's just a big pile of plastic. It's not individual claws, so The torso is just a ball joint with limited mobility, no twist at the waist, and he does have those T-joint, ball joint thighs that I'm just not a fan of, and I'm really not a fan of it on 3 3/4. Double joint knee. He's got the hinge with a ball, no rocker for the foot, so not going to be getting too much done with that. But on with that, let's get on to what we're really here for. We're here to look at the Sentinel Masterworks 16-inch Phrases Classic Uncanny X-Men SDCC colors. Not the silver that I don't know what happened, but it ended up in a discount retailer, Marshalls. I think if you live by a Ross, it's actually $24.99. That's where I would go if I could pick me up. And the Sentinel's perfect at that price because he is an army builder. You could have as many of these guys as you wanted. You can see right there with his legs kind of spread out, he reaches about 15.5 inches tall. So, I mean, he's got it going on. We're going to quickly look at some of the phrases.
Mutant life form detected. Halt. Fugitive mutant detected. Destroy. Stop. Sentinel under attack. Halt, fugitive mutant. System breach. Alpha level mutant detected. Halt, mutant.
I don't know if I got all the phrases, but we did sure cover quite a few. And you can see that his shoulders, they're not on no hinge, just a piece of rubber bonded by another piece of rubber and probably some cement. So I wouldn't recommend fiddling with it too much. The head is on a ball joint and it is removable, but it was very tough and I did not want to risk damaging the figure. All of his joints on here, he's got some loose ones, he's got some tight ones, and I'll try to fill you in on those as we go here. And the hands on a ball joint, and it's got a decent enough range of articulation there. And the gauntlet is swivel, it can rotate all the way around. It kind of hinders the arm a little bit, but not too much. The double joint elbows, they work all right. I don't know if they were needed. And the shoulders, you can see right there, the shoulders are critically tough. I mean, to the point where you're thinking you're gonna break it. And the waist is super loose. You look at that, it's just a light little tap of the foot can just twist this guy all the way around, and that I'm not too happy about. And the legs also are they're a little loose there in the thigh swivel department, but nothing we can't overcome. Disappointing, but not too disappointing. The double jointed knees is also an area on mine that was extremely tough on both sets. And, it offers a pretty nice range of our movement. You can get this 16-inch action figure in quite a few dynamic poses. On the bottom there is, data was made. And we're going to quickly just pan in and out of this guy one last time. You can see the push button. It's got a nice matted texture on the vest, which is removable. The gauntlet has a nice silver wash inside. The plastic's got a little sparkle hue to it. The purple is just a flat purple. With not a lot of paint apps on this action figure, not a lot needed. And that was basically my look Corticon at corticon.org, presenting Sentinel. Shop PCN. Visit Pop Culture Network. I'm out.